Welcome back. Matthew 7, 18, 19, and 20. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a bad tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Therefore, by their fruits you will know them. This was Jesus speaking. So tonight we saw the movie The Sound of Freedom. This movie is not going to be, if you're looking for an action-packed movie with special effects, that's not the movie. A message movie that sheds light on something that absolutely needs to be shedded on, and that is the child sex slave trafficking and all the trafficking of children. That definitely is your movie. The acting was good. The story was is based on a true story, and it was gripping. But if you're expecting some Disney movie that with explosions and everything going on in there, that's not it. Now, with that, my wife was asking about how she likes to see movies, and then just one day I didn't want to see them anymore. Well, I'll tell you why, and that's what I told her. The movies today tend to break the commandments. As a movie producer I was told that said one time that in order to be successful, you have to break at least 3 of the commandments in your movies. That's big because you can watch a movie or any show on any of the popular series, TV shows right now, on any of the apps that come online, and these series and movie shows are breaking the commandments. It's one that she's watching right now. She was watching it earlier. They were fornicating. They were using the Lord's name in vain. They were lying to each other. Well, there's 3 right there. There's 3 commandments, and this this has become normal. And not to mention the ungodly talk, which using the F word is ungodly. 2 Timothy 2:16 says it's more ungodly, leads to more ungodliness using profane language. So the F word is profane, and therefore it is ungodly. And it leads to more ungodliness. And if you'll listen, when somebody starts using the F word, they're got the Lord's name in vain or cursing God, GD is coming right after that. It more often than not, it happens. So what I get out of this with the fruit. So when you have a show, a movie, or anything that is using an ungodly word, they start throwing the F bomb around. There's their fruit. There's their fruit, and you will know them. You will know that it's a bad tree. It's coming from a bad tree. So TV shows, movies, people talking to one another, they do not have to use profane language. That is not a requirement. Some people say, well, you have to say it in certain circles and certain people, you have to say it. You do not have to say it. And back in the day, that was a sign of a very low class person that used language like that. But we've seen it so commonly now that it is common. It's more than common. It's accepted. And that's why revival needs to start. The horrible incident that happened in Baltimore, the mayor stood up and he says, we need to take all the guns off the street, all the illegal guns. You know, is it a gun problem? If you snapped your fingers right now and got rid of every gun on the planet, what would we be doing? I guarantee you I tell you what we'd be doing, and not necessarily myself. The people on the street that are causing the mayhem and the death and destruction, the people that are probably common everyday person, if they don't have access to a gun, they're going to find something. They're going to find a sword. And back in the day and in biblical times, people fell by the sword. So you don't have guns, swords will take the place. It's not a weapon problem. It is a people problem. We've lost our moral compass. Our moral compass was taken out of schools in the 60s. America has lost its moral compass. We need to bring the moral compass back. We need to bring back the Ten Commandments. We need revival to start. We need to start following the Ten Commandments, but first we need to give our lives to Christ. And this is my opinion, and I wholeheartedly believe this, that if we start revival now, and I see it starting in places. You see a lot of young people that are speaking revival. They're speaking of the Lord. A lot of young people. This has never happened before that I know of. I see it happening, and I love it. Revival, we need to start now. Give your life to Christ. Read your Bible.